Hey family, welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Cut Nice 50. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Hey, if you're new here, thanks for tuning in, and let's go ahead on this journey. Today, we are talking about grounding. Have you grounded lately? Do you know anything about grounding and what you're going to do? We're going to go over an article that I've read off of Healthline, and I used them a couple times for other As Our Nutritionist segments, and they go over and they cover a whole lot of other things. I'm gonna have that article link in the description below, but I'm also gonna have an insert from biohackers.co, which is the biohackers community on IG, and it's about health and wealth and mindset. So with that being said, here you go, clip one, and share your thoughts. Let me know what you think.
Take those shoes off, they'll make you sick. In 1960, we invented synthetic materials. The first thing we did was we put rubber soles, synthetic soles on the shoes.
We started wearing sneakers.
So it's the most common sense thing that we are organisms that live and grow and depend entirely on the earth while we're alive. And yet we have completely isolated ourselves from it. We're so disconnected that it becomes this weird thing if we actually slip our shoes off.
This was the single thing that probably caused the proliferation of inflammation-related health disorders far and above anything else.
In simple terms, grounding is literally putting your bare feet on the ground. When you do that, you're in contact with the earth, and Mother Earth is endowed with electrons. And these electrons are literally absorbed through your feet. It's like taking handfuls of antioxidants, but you're getting it through the feet.
Grounding means connecting to the earth to support the specific function of the organs of your body. It supports the body as a whole, but it specifically supports organ systems down to the tissues and the cellular function of the entire body.
All right, y'all don't tune in, y'all don't watch that clip. What do you think? Do you agree or do you disagree with it? I just want to hear your thoughts, man. Don't be shy. Comment and let us know what you think below. Now we're gonna go into this article with Healthline, and it was updated March the 27, 2023, and it's medically reviewed by Deborah Rose Wilson, PhD, MSN, RN, and a lot of other things, and also by Elisa Lockett, MS. So the article is titled Grounding, Exploring the Earth and Science and the Benefits Behind it. So if you don't know the benefits behind it, we're going to go into it. I love grounding so far. I do believe in a lot of holistic stuff. And I do think it's a lot of benefits from it. From that article or from that clip y'all seen off IG, I think what synthetic materials was created in 1960. We are human beings. The earth gives us energy. It gives us life. So why aren't we connected like we used to be? Is it a reason or what? That's just conspiracy theorist in me, but I just remember growing up as a kid, we rarely wore shoes. I done had nails in my foot and stuff like that, but my body used to heal so quick. Now in this older age, it doesn't, because I think it has something to do with us not being connected to the earth. We're always on our phones, on our technology, Wi-Fi signals, you name it. I know you was young, your parents used to say, your grandparents used to say, get away from that microwave and stuff like that. Once microwaves came around, because it's gonna fry your brain, back up from the TV. You know, all those things, they said for a reason. So I do also believe it, but let's go ahead into this article, man. Share your thoughts, let me know what you think. But it starts off saying, people typically performing grounding outdoors by lying on the ground or submerging themselves in water. You can also use grounding mats, sheets, and other equipments. I never did it on the ground and mat. I just believe putting my feet on the earth. And I try to do that at least 20 minutes if I can, 30 minutes if I'm lucky. And sometimes I do that with my son Titan, just because I think it does help with circulation and everything else. But grounding, also called earthing, is a therapeutic technique that involves doing activities that ground or electrically reconnect you to the earth. So we already know the earth and magnetic field. You can go into all the scientific information that you want to, but it is beneficial. It does help. We just don't do it enough. And I've seen a lot of holistic healing, or what you call not the witch doctors and all them old medicine women's. They used to always say that, connect to the earth, go connect to the earth. You know, we used to call them hippies and stuff like that coming up way back in the day. But it makes sense now. Going into that article, man, like I said, the practice relies on earthing science and grounding physics to explain how electrical charges from the earth can have positive effects on your body. This type of grounding therapy isn't entirely the same It's a technique that is used in mental health treatment. So I didn't even know that. And according to Healthline, it's some techniques that also help with mental health. And that's earthing, and who knows what other kind of benefit does it have. What's the science say? Grounding is currently an under research topic, and there are very few scientific studies on the benefits. However, the most recent scientific research has explored grounding for inflammation, cardiovascular disease, muscle damage, chronic pain, and mood. So share your thoughts on that, man. It's got inflammation, cardiovascular disease, muscle damage, chronic pain, and mood. So anything you know about muscle damage and everything else, if you're grounding and it's electric impulses, that means it's actually helping your blood circulation so your body can speed up healing and recovery. So share your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. But that's the science for it, and that's by Healthline. Like I said, I'm going to have the link in the description for this full article. I want y'all to research it, research grounding, and let us know what you think, man. Because I talked about this earlier, I think, on my gardening video, but I didn't go into deep research like I am now. But electrical conductivity exists within the matrix that functions as an immune system defense, similar to antioxidants, which is another good thing. They believe that through grounding, the natural defenses of your body can be restored. Just like I just said, man. But further research expands on this idea. In a small study on grounding and heart health, 10 healthy participants were grounded using patches on the palms of their hands and soles of their feet. And y'all know the feet is up pathways to a whole lot of sensory organs and tissues in your body. The old witch doctors used to put stuff on your feet to absorb and to cure ailments if you're sick and have gout and stuff like that. So we all know the power of the feet, but we also often forget those old ways that used to work and actually heal the body instead of prevent or mask injuries and not actually cure what you got going on in your body. So let's continue. Blood measures were taken before and after the grounding to determine any changes in the red blood cell fluidity, which plays a role in heart health. The results indicated significantly less red blood cell clumping after grounding, which suggests benefits for cardiovascular health. So it was an increase in blood circulation in your body after they grounded for how long did it say? How long? I don't think it said how long in that chain, but the blood tests were taken before and after. So either way, however long they did, I'm pretty sure it had to be up to 20 or 30 minutes. I thought I also seen a China study before. If I can find that, I insert it. But before and after, they did blood work, and after the grounding, the blood work was way better, more circulation in the body. So that's telling me that's all I need to hear right there. But another slightly large study examined the role of grounding on post-exercise muscle damage. Researchers used both grounding patches and mats and measured creatinine. So they measured your creatinine levels, white blood count, and pain levels before and after grounding. Blood work indicated that grounding reduced muscle damage and pain in participants. This suggests that grounding may influence healing abilities. So is that not enough for you to even try it? You done tried everything else in the world, but you haven't tried it grounding yet. So I suggest you get on that. What you got to lose? Grounding can heal your body, increase blood circulation. It can do a whole lot of other things for your body. You done tried diets, you done tried all these technology advancements, you done tried medicine, you done tried everything else to get rid of inflammation, to try to help your cardiovascular health, to try to prevent muscle soreness. We use regular creatine, we drink protein shakes, we do all this and that, but have you tried grounding after you finish working out? It's already saying it right here. The science speaks for itself. Healthline, just read the description, check it out for yourself, and get back to me. Let me know what you think. If you appreciate this article, hey, don't forget to comment and share your boy comment. Likes go a long way to support your boy on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go ahead and continue with this. I'm on grounding every day, and my body is starting to recover faster. So who knows? It's a whole balancing act though. So you can't just skip around. You got to eat better. You got to exercise. You got to stay physically fit and active if you want to increase your life. So that's all we're about. But let's go ahead and continue, man. The blood work speaks for itself. So blood work indicated that grounding reduced muscle damage and pain in participants. This suggests that grounding may influence health abilities. Man, healing abilities. Oh man, That's just amazing to me. This research is supported by a recent study on grounding for pain reduction and mood improvement. So also it helps you increase your mood. 16 massage therapists alter between periods of grounding and no grounding. Before grounding therapy, physical and emotional stress and pain were common side effects of their physically demanding jobs. After the earthing therapy, pain, stress, depression, and fatigue were all reduced among participants. So what was that telling? And that was a large study group in this one right here. So, and these was therapists. So, you know, these are people who are always trying to help you. They need help themselves, but they helping you deal with emotional issues and everything else, trauma, and they doing the same thing to get their own help because they're busy themselves. So none of us are exempt from having ailments, having pain, having complicated lifestyle, having stress on our body, but it's what you do with that time to take care of yourself. Sometimes you got to put yourself first, and then you can be able to protect the people who you love in your life. And I preach that all the time. And you can't help other people if you can't help yourself first. But let's go ahead and continue. Most of the studies on grounding are small and rely somewhat on subjective measures such as self-reported feelings, mood, and even self-administered treatment. Some studies also rely on blood markers such as those that detect inflammation, but the size of shortages of these studies suggests that more research is needed. Just like any other study out there, man, we don't have millions of people doing these studies. You just have people who are in the holistic, people who are desperate, who are in need of help, who have tried everything else, so they eventually start trying earthing, and they find out how beneficial it is, and now they report that data. But this has been done all the way around. But we're going to go into different types of grounding and earthing. Like I said, I believe in it. I'm a big believer in it, and I've been getting into it a whole lot more starting once I went vegan in February. But we got walking barefoot. Have you ever been outside in a warm sunny day and you felt the urge to run barefoot in the grass? One of the easiest ways to ground yourself to the earth is walking barefoot. Like I told you before, growing up, we rarely wore shoes and stuff like that. So I do agree with this one. Lying on the ground is another one. You can going on a picnic, take your spouse out. So you're just getting quality of time, and you're also grounding yourself if you're doing a picnic on the ground lying. So according to advocates, the ground and water may be used to ground in the same way as the physical earth and used for grounding. And you know, they all know the power of water. It has electrical impulses. They say water is alive. So that's why our body is made up on it. But don't quote me on that. Just research water and electrical impulses and stuff like that it has about it. You hear just saying all the time, it's living water. So they suggest that simply wanding in a clear lake or swimming in the ocean as a way to ground yourself. As always, be sure to stay safe when swimming, especially in murky or deep waters. This just reminded me of a thing, man. After my show, I think it was last year, I think I got the lightest I ever been. I might have even been like 6% body fat. I jumped in the water. I think, or it had to be 2 years ago, a couple years ago when I first got married. We went to Puerto Rico, and I had no fat on my body. I pretty much sunk to the bottom almost, man. I felt so heavy because I ain't had no fat. You know, fat helps you float and stuff like that. You feel lighter in the water. But when you're all muscle, you feel so heavy. So comment below, let me know what your thoughts on that. And I ain't swim in years being at that weight, so that also helped. But we got it back in, and it took a little bit while for my body to adjust and get back used to swimming. But using grounding equipment, I didn't even know they had really grounding equipment out there. I seen some shoes, but we're gonna go ahead and see what they say. When going outside to ground yourself isn't an option, there are alternatives. One method of earthing involves connecting a metal rod to the ground outside and then connecting the rod to your body through a wire. Seeing like you're trying to electrocute yourself, but if you're not comfortable using a metal rod to the ground yourself, there's other grounding equipment available. The equipment is also an effective way to incorporate earthing therapy into your daily life and includes grounding mats, grounding sheets and blankets, grounding socks, grounding bands and patches. Now, on the metal pole in the ground, I did heard that is beneficial if you grow in a garden and stuff like that. It helps increase the health of your fruits and veggies or your plants. It helps speed up the growth of them. And I actually wanted to try that. I didn't think about that for grounding yourself, but we are technically plants or from the earth, so it should work on us also, as far as healing and recovery and all this other good stuff. So just like the article was saying, so it starts to make sense when you start actually researching and learning these things about your body and about the earth and our connection together. But like I said, you can ground it. You can find the grounding mat, sheets, and blanket, socks, and bands online. Why use grounding? Here we go. Now, this is going into the nitty-gritty of the article. There's not so much research on benefits of grounding. However, people have reported, and I always look, it's just like reviews you get from any company out there that you're using. People have reported improvement for conditions such as chronic fatigue. In a study of massage therapists, many reported a decrease in their fatigue levels after 4 weeks of treatment with grounding mats. So if you got chronic fatigue out there, try this study, comment below and let us know your results after that. Or email us, man, so we can get on the interview and we can see if this actually worked for you. Chronic pain. The study of grounding for exercise recovery found that those who use grounding patches reported lower pain levels. So if you got chronic pain, also do the same thing. Comment below. Try this study. I don't know how long they say it for, but I say give it the same thing, 3 to 4 weeks. You know, you got to do something for a while for it to be a lasting. It takes, 30 days to make a habit. So I suggest doing everything on here for 4 weeks. Comment below and let us know your results so we can see if this actually works. We want to spread this news to the world about grounding. Now, anxiety and depression, which is a big one. Millions of Americans, millions of people over the world claim to be suffering from anxiety and depression. I got people in my family who are suffering from this right as we speak. So I don't know if they tried it, but I'm definitely going to reach out to them and tell them to give this a try. At least 20 minutes a day, and try it for 30 days just to see what their results is. In one small study, it was shown that even 1 hour of grounding therapy can significantly improve mood. So I don't know if that's 1 hour in a week, a day, or whatever, but I say just try it for 1 hour. Even if you're outside at the park, walking around, give your body that try for anxiety and depression. You can't beat that. There's no medicine, there's no side effects. What can you owe it to yourself to give this a try? So sleep disorders. The massage therapist also experienced improvement in sleep length and reduced sleep disturbances when grounding therapy. That's another one. A lot of people who can't sleep, you got sleep apnea and everything else like that. If you suffer from those ailments, give this a try, 30 days, and see if it helps you. Like I said, it's always a holistic healing aspect to anything out there. Any medicine out there, it comes from a holistic source. So I say definitely give this a try. But consult with your physician, see what they say. If it's not working for you, I say definitely give it a try. It's no side effects, and you can go from there. But also report your results to your physician. Cardiovascular disease results of one treatment study found that long-term self-administered grounding therapy helped to reduce blood pressure levels in participants with hypertension. So you suffer from high blood pressure. You suffer from high blood pressure. You got cardiovascular disease. Why not give it a try? You're on medicine for most people that I know get it. They're on medicine for the rest of their lives. Why keep going to the doctor? Why not give this a try? And it can only help. It can only be a benefit to you if your blood pressure, if you monitoring right like you should be doing daily anyway, it can't hurt. So give this a try, 30 days grounding, and see if your blood pressure actually reduced. Check your blood work, consult with your physician, and if they ask you what's going on, what you changed, if you're exercising more, then you know it's actually working for yourself. You don't need nobody else telling you a second opinion. It costs nothing to do. If you have the time to do it, I definitely say give this a try. It's not stressful, it's not hard on your body, and you're at home. It's something you can do in the comfort of your own home. So why not try it? You're trying everything else, so give this a shot. As mentioned above, many of these studies are small and require further research. Still, some health professionals believe that the benefits of grounding therapy may come simply from feeling like you're reconnected to nature regardless. There's no harm. So risks of grounding. Many grounding techniques performed in nature, such as walking through the grass or swimming at the beach, are relatively safe. but conditions like chronic fatigue, pain, and anxiety may have underlying medical causes that need to be addressed. Always visit your doctor, like I was saying before, for these types of conditions first before relying on grounding therapy as the first line of treatment. So it's just a treatment option, man. It's something that you can do at the house. It's something hopefully that your doctor can tell you to try. It's not going to hurt anything. And just give it a shot, man, because you're going to be outdoors. You can do it outdoors. I say connect to the earth, but they do have different options. They're saying you can do it outdoors. When you're outside, you can easily ground yourself by allowing the bottoms of your feet or palms of your hand or your entire body to touch the earth. Walking the grass, lay on the sand, or swim in the sea. These are all easy ways to naturally reconnect. Indoors, when you're inside, grounding yourself requires a bit more effort. And in most cases, equipment use a grounding sheet and socks while you sleep. Use a grounding mat in your home office chair. This equipment has been thought to help ground you throughout the day. So the bottom line, grounding and earthing is a therapy technique that focuses on realigning electrical energy by reconnecting to the earth. There's little research behind grounding, but smaller studies have reported benefits of inflammation, pain, mood, and more. Grounding can be performed inside or outside, with or without grounding equipment, no matter how you choose to perform grounding. Make sure you're always aware of your surroundings outside and use earthing equipment safely to reduce risk. So with that, man, definitely get us a shot. The link in the description below, Healthline article, and it's about grounding and earthing. Whatever terminology you want to use, I definitely suggest you get this shot. It's the boy, Ask Our Nutritionist segment. I'm your host, Cut Nice 50, Future Bodybuilding Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And with that, also, before we go, your boy's still in the running for 2023, Mr. Health and Fitness, and I need y'all vote to advance to this top 5. Deadline is Thursday, but with your help, we're going to get there. Let's take it one step at a time. It's about longevity, family. And with that, yeah.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Bounce, bouncy. Hey, you bouncing? Huh? You bouncing, man? Say yeah. Say hey.